רגע, רק שנייה בבקשה.
Hello,
how are you? Sally Kotikov.
Delighted and honored.
Yes,
Thank you for inviting me.
it's a pleasure. Don't do? I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Please.
Another.
Hello, Your Highness, Sheikh Abdallah bin Zayed. This is an historic visit of a regional leader that will advance the regional architecture we have been building this past year in the Middle East. This is the visit of a strategic partner that will strengthen economic and security ties between our countries. And this is a visit of a close and dear friend with whom I can talk about everything. And my friend, we will indeed discuss everything during your visit here. Cooperation between our countries is progressing in an unbelievable pace. Just a month and a half ago, the two of us took part in the virtual summit of the I2U2 initiative together with President Biden, Prime Minister Modi of India, and President Mohammed bin Zayed. The economic cooperation initiative was born at the dinner you hosted in Washington together with Secretary of State Tony Blinken. Before that, we met at the historic Negev Summit together with the foreign ministers of the United States, Bahrain, Morocco, and Egypt. When we thought of creating that meeting, you were the first person I called. I knew that if you came, others would follow. That is exactly what happened. And in my eyes, this is the essence of leadership. And before that, you welcomed me in Abu Dhabi when we opened Israel's embassy there. There and then, you have defined our shared goal to transform the relationship between our countries into a bond between our peoples, to turn the ties between our governments into ties between businesses, to ensure that our people benefit from our ties, to allow the instinctive entrepreneurship of our two great nations to drive us forward. We have made huge strides this past year, but we have not even scratched the surface of the potential of cooperation in all fields, the economy, food security, energy, water, cyber, and of course, defense and security. Last January, I was appalled, as was every Israeli and every civilized person, by the criminal drone attack on your beautiful country. Israel stands shoulder to shoulder with you in the face of any terrorist attack. Regrettably, we have experience in this area. We know how it feels, and we know which country is behind this, and we know what needs to be done in response, and we know the right way to do it. My friend, together, we are changing the face of the Middle East. We are changing it from war to peace, from terrorism to economic cooperation, from a discourse of violence and extremism to a dialogue of tolerance and cultural curiosity. You may know that the Hebrew word shalom have two meanings, both hello and peace. So I greet you with shalom, and I wish us all shalom, a blessing of peace. Welcome to Israel, my dear friend. It's great to have you here.
Just 2 years ago, I was honored to to be part of the Abrahamic Accords, representing my beloved country, the UAE. And I'm sure not only myself, but many of us who were that day in beautiful sunny day in Washington, D.C., never expected that in 2 years we'll be with the Prime Minister of Israel celebrating our second year of relationship, but a second year of a relationship which became a relationship which is warm, people-to-people relationship. When I look at the number of people who have been traveling between our two countries, I look at almost 500,000 Israelis visiting the UAE. I look at almost 7 to 8 daily flights between our two countries. We look at already breaking last year's numbers of trade within 6 months. And that even does not take into account, Prime Minister, the rapid agreement of free trade between our two countries. I still believe that this was the fastest FTA Israel have signed with any other country.
By far.
So I really hope that this relationship continues to be useful, exciting, but more importantly, a relationship where Emiratis and Israelis feel the benefit and feel the joy, feel the pride, and feel the hope for a region which unfortunately have lagged having so for a long time.
Thank you.
Thank you.